Hi, I'm Joe Ferguson, and welcome to another edition of Elections 2014. Seated beside me is Senator David Rowley. Welcome.
Hi, thank
We're
you.
here for another segment talking local politics. We've got a race this year in your district. Tell me a little bit about what they're talking to you on the campaign trail for.
Yeah, well, fortunately, I live in a district that has actually a competitive race, which I think is a very good thing for the people of our district. The central issues that I hear a lot about are education, the budget in general, and then, when specific news items hit, like that crazy situation where the poor girl was put in that position of shooting that gun. I heard about that type of thing. But I would say the central issue is probably funding for education and what we're going to do about those things.
And what are you telling them in terms of education? I mean, it's a big issue on the campaign trail right now, education and how to put more money into the schools. So
sure. Yeah, with the court order, my position is that we need to pay that money and take it out of the surplus, which is it's kind of an anomaly that we call it a surplus because we really took that money from education to begin with to put it in that account, and now we need to pay it back. And then I think that's the short-term answer, and then the longer-term answer is that we really got to get serious about tax reform in this state. We have a tax base that was set up in the 1930s. We have to look at broadening the tax base and increasing the number of players that participate, particularly in the sales tax, and also be looking at personal income tax and see what makes sense so that state government can project into the future and can function.
So tell me a little bit more about, you're saying you want to broaden the tax base. So for example, paying for a tax on a massage. Is that an example?
Yeah, that'd be an example, or a haircut, or any kind of that type of service. You may have to look at some of the services of accountants and lawyers and other things that may have to be put into the mix. I don't have a secret formula for the answer, but I think we just have to be willing to look at it and to put everything on the table and look at tax credits and look at tax deductions. And I'm in favor of many tax credits if they're functional, if they do something for us, if they bring us revenue. But oftentimes, many of the tax credits that we have in existence don't do that.
Okay. Is there any debates coming up or anything that we can see where you can have?
We're meeting together, I think, on October 15th at Pima College is our official debate, and I think we're on the radio a couple of times.
Okay,
yeah.
Great. Well, thanks for joining us, and we'll be back next week with another edition of Elections 2014. Thanks for watching.